Hello lovely people of the internet, I am the Breathing Canvas and today I'm combining Peridot, Leo, and Virgo all together in this one fabulous look for you. I look like a sparkly kiwi. Let's get started. So the ideal color that we are looking for here is an olive green, like a deep olive green. It's not like an emerald green because that's obviously emeralds. This is a Peridot. I don't know, it just sounds like a polka dotted parrot. This is the closest thing on my makeup that I have to the olive green is the glitter, so I will have to use glitter. I also have for my NYX Ultimate palette a few greens. I have, oh, that's kind of like an olive green. A little bit more yellow, I think, than I would like, but maybe I can mix it with this one. I figure I'm gonna have to do a lot of mixing and figure out what happens, and if nothing else, I'm just gonna slather glitter all over my face. I started with the lighter lime green and just slather that everywhere. Then I layered on the darker green on top of that in the outer corners of my eye to suggest a winged look and carry that into the crease. And without adding more powder, I blended that out onto my brow bone. Actually, I think it worked out better that I used two different colors because the Peridot stone is dual toned. Mixing different pigments provides that as well as variety in tone. It suggests texture and other artistic terms. And just like that, you have transformed yourself into a parrot, or macaw, or budgie. There are too many green birds for me to choose from, but all I know is that I really want a cracker right now. No, I'm good, really. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. Uncle. So other than the various greens that periwinkle dots have, there's also this kind of brown tinted gold kind of color that's around the edges, I think more from where it grows from. So I'm going to be using this bronze as the crease. This time we are placing the shadow only in the crease, not fading it out into the brow bone as we did before with the darker green. This gives the eye a defined crease and the colors don't get muddied together. I'm bringing some olive green around the inner corner of my eye to provide some color around the tear stain that will be added later to give ourselves a cat eye. What I found out about peridots, which is cool, is that the more iron a peridot has in its chemical structure, it yields a deeper olive green color. Pure iron is soft, but when it's exposed to fire, again, kind of harkening back to Leo's and the element of fire, it's strengthened. I'm impressed with how this went. The angle's just right, it's not too thick, and now I have to do it on the other side and it's gonna fail. So let me just show you how I'm going to fail. You're going to take your liner, I like to flick it around the edge so I don't have excess on my brush. Put your finger on the corner of your eye, slightly, lightly pull it taut, and then I anchor my hand with my pinky, and I start in the middle, and I go as close as I can to lash line. Go right across. Then right when we get to the edge, you just slightly flick up. Just let it go. You want to brush off instead of going and then stopping because you want that lift off. Because your eyelashes are now a plane.
Then what you do is you layer until you get it just where you want it to be. Just slightly going up a little bit, building to where you want that thickness, where you want that angle, all that good stuff.
Okay, not too bad. Again, things are going right. This is weird. This is too weird. Now, when using liquid eyeliner, you want to be very careful and ensure that you have complete control over your brush. I knew it! I knew it! It was going too well. I knew it. I fixed it and we're back to normal. Okay. That just means more times to screw up later. Liquid eyeliner cannot be blended out if you make a mistake, so be very careful too. There we go. So what do? We just make it thicker. And thicker until you're a raccoon. My eyes looked a little bit too closed in, so I went over my waterline with a white eye pencil to help open it up a bit. And just to recap on how to apply mascara, you want to separate the lashes and make them long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wiggle back and forth as I go across, and also as I'm wiggling, I'm going to turn it against the lashes, and that kind of curls it naturally. So you are lengthening, you are separating, you are feathering, and you are curling. And now on the lips is where we really get to show off the gem. On the lips is where I'm trying to have the actual resemblance of the raw stone, whereas on the eyes it's kind of just like the inspiration, the color scheme, and the feel of it. So lips. Starting with a primer, you can use concealer or foundation makeup. Begin to layer the same eyeshadows as on the eyes.
There's eyeliner going in my eye. No, 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 no.
Safe. I'm doing a sort of gradient on the bottom lip, the olive green in the center, and and a darker green creeping in from the outer edges. The top lip is a marble of the two greens, with a bronze shadow lining the lips. I like the visual contradictions of this design. When I think of lines, I think fierce and strong. The color that complements those characteristics is red. Leos are assigned the color red, and it has the element of fire, which is pretty fitting because, honestly, a lion's mane just looks like a fluffy ring of fire. And glitter. I'm using petroleum jelly because it's transparent, smells wonderful, will give my lips a shine, and most importantly, will give the glitter something to stick to. And glitter. I tried to have a subtle sprinkling of glitter on my brow bone, but fate would not let that happen. Really, I even tried to blend it out, but it was just destined to be there.
Now you could stop here, or you could have a little fun. And by fun, I mean get absolutely frustrated because these things are impossible to stick to your face because the surfaces are tiny, even though I'm using liquid latex, and liquid latex is a really good product and it sticks to the web, but oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. Okay, here we go. One tip I would have for you is to place markers, like checkpoints, with your rhinestones where you want certain things to meet up at certain places so that you avoid your rhinestones going all the way off and then being like, hey! Because I want it to be more rounded. However, what I'm going to do to fix it, because I'm not going to take these off because they just took way too long, what I'm going to do is not fall asleep. We're doing makeup. Ow. Why'd you fall off?
I've got to break free!
I'm going to put a few different rhinestones, small ones kind of trickling off a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit off the path, so it gives the idea of it being more rounded and down while keeping these up here. So kind of tricking the eye to what I want the shape to be. Now if only these rhinestones would stay on my face. And that's how you cover up a zit.
To properly place the rhinestones, other than placing markers, as I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I place the design on backwards so that it's in the right direction for the viewer.
Honestly, I could do this all day, but I would start to get like a hand cramp and I would get too frustrated, and it's really hot in here, so I think this will do it. I think the 30-something rhinestones I have on my face will suffice. And there you have it, my Peridot inspired design for August. If you liked this design, you may also like my Virgo inspired design from last year. If you want to learn about the origin of Birthstone, which is really cool, I talked about that in my previous video, the Ruby inspired design for July. Alright, thank you so much, and I will see all of you lovelies next time. Bye!